Hello, welcome to Premier League Pitchside with Gunners Louis. So, massive results for the Premier League at the top and at the bottom of the league this past weekend. I did make a reaction video straight after the game yesterday because I was busy doing other things apart from watching the game. But before we go back to the night before, Tottenham, Klopp's come out and blasted Conte. I don't know what for, because sour grapes really. Everyone expected Spurs to get beat. Now, if you go back to my preview, I did say if anyone is going to actually stop Liverpool from winning that a game, it's going to be Tottenham, because they're away from home. The pressure's off as such, in respect that they're at Anfield. No one's expecting them to win. And they set up exactly how I thought they would. Defensive, counter-attack. Low block, counter-attack. And it worked. It almost worked. And they almost got all 3 points. Thank God for Luis Diaz, man. Thank you. Because it's give us, as we went into the following day, only a point ahead. Most Arsenal fans thought we'd still be 2 points ahead. You know, a point might make all the difference. You never know. They've obviously still got a better goal difference than us. And I just don't think that's going to be eradicated. It's going to be a points. Whoever gets it, it's going to be points. But there is only one team that is going to get fourth for me. And I'm not being biased. It's the history of the clubs. It's tradition. And it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I'm confident. Yeah, strange timing to go. I haven't spoken on that, on his new contract either. And he said he got offered it after the 3 defeats, but they were always going to give him a new contract. It makes me laugh about people like Lee Gunner and that. I'm thinking he's here to stay, mate, whether you like it or not. I'm actually starting to respect Arteta more as he's growing into being a manager, a coach, a manager, blah blah blah. You know, the respect is growing. He continues in this way. I mean, what he's done with the squad this season has been miracles, really. It's been amazing. He's turned a bunch of youngsters into that close from being Champions League next season. It's just, we're a point behind Chelsea. I mean, who would have thought that? But we had a really tough game against Leeds, because they're fighting relegation, but with perfect start. And Kea, it's similar to the Chelsea goal he scored. It's just the press. We start with a high intensity, a high press, and we put you under pressure instantly. As soon as that whistle's kicked, we start our press. We are a very fast starting team. We have been all season, to be honest, to be fair. And forced to air out the keeper 1-0. 5 minutes later, brilliant work from Martinelli. Perfect ball in. And Ketia bang 2-0. Game's done. A horror challenge. I think it was Dallas. Stuart Dallas, is it? On Martinelli. He got booked originally, and then VAR called him over, took a screen, then boom, you're off, mate. And he deserved it big time. That was a horror challenge, and that could have not only put Martinelli out for the rest of the season, that could have put him out of next season as well, and the World Cup if he gets in the squad. And he's got a habit of doing that. Naughty play. Dirty. Well, they're not called dirty Leeds for nothing. That used to be their nickname in the old days. They ain't changed their ways, have they? So it's all down now to the North London derby. We haven't won away to them. I'd have to look it up. It's been that long. I think it's 8 to 9 years or something. Oh, God forsake, it's 10 years. But you know what? We don't actually need to win there. A draw for me would be demoralising enough for Spurs. They have to beat us. Now, Conte won't change his system. He sticks to his system. But he won't be able to do what he did at Liverpool to us because he's at home. They have, 60,000, whatever the capacity is at Tottenham Stadium. They will not be happy with them just sat back inviting us to pressure them. I just can't see that. So they're going to have to come at us. I think Reguilon's out for the season. So they've got Sessegnon down one side. This is where I think we're going to have joy against Tottenham. Think about it. Right, we've got a 4-point lead now. A victory on Thursday night for Arsenal and we're in the Champions League. It's as simple as that. I say it's as simple as that. It's never as simple as that, is it? But it could be. I think Martinelli will cause nightmares for Emerson Royale if he plays Royale down the right hand side, because he switched up. Royale went down the left hand side. So we're not. Either way, Saka against Sessegnon or Royale, they're in for a torrid night. Or on the other side, they're in for a torrid night, and Martinelli. That's where our major strengths really are. Martinelli's goals have dried up a bit, but his overall play, he's playing well. He played very well against Leeds. And he's putting in a shift. And when I look at Tottenham's bench, they haven't really got much. They've got Steven Bergwijn, who's apparently missed a few sitters recently, but he's always a threat. But for me, Arsenal have got more quality on the bench. If we need it, we've got Smith Rowe. I can't see Smith Rowe starting the derby. I think Martinelli will share the fact that he can get at their wing backs. Midfield battle is going to be tasty. Højbjerg versus the Egyptian king Mohamed El Neni. Højbjerg is rated as better and classy or whatever, but Mohamed El Neni is Mohamed El Neni, and he doesn't pretend to be anyone he ain't. He's just a simple footballer who gets stuck in. And I'll tell you what, he's been magnificent in the last four games, 4 wins. It made me laugh actually. A Spurs fan, they're in a debate on AFTV, and Toby, who's on a big six, said, "Oh, Arsenal and Tottenham and Arsenal have been, they'd win 3 in a row, and then they can't seem to win anymore." Well, actually, Toby, you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, because Arsenal have strung minimum 5 wins in a row together this season. I think it might have even been 6 in a row we won. So you're wrong. Out of all the teams in that top 4 race, below Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal been the most consistent in putting winning runs together. It's such a tough call. I don't know what the score's going to be. But the pressure is on Tottenham. It really is. And that pressure, especially if things don't start well for them, if they were to go a goal down to us early, you can imagine that crowd turning. Gaps will start appearing. Odegaard could then come in. if Odegaard can come into his own, I'm sure Conte's got a plan for Odegaard. Would that be Højbjerg? If that was the case, that would free up more space for Xhaka to create. I know he's not the most creative, but he has been more creative recently. So Tottenham have got a lot of issues. Now, their threats, major threats, in Kane and Son, Kulusevski, right, we have to prioritise it. Because no KT around, we have no backup left back that is really, I don't trust Tavares at all. I don't want him playing. I'd rather this happened. Now, who's the bigger threat? I think Heung-min Son is clearly the biggest threat, apart from Kane. But creativity also is a threat. So Kulusevski's going to be dangerous. And Tottenham literally have got nothing to lose now. They've got to go for it, which will, I think, will play into Arsenal's hands at the end of the day. Tomiyasu's back fit. He played left back because Lee's most dangerous player is Rafinha. Rafinha was just shut down. He didn't even know he was playing. There's not many games when you don't know when Rafinha is playing, is there? He's a very good player. So I think Son will be up against Tomiyasu. He sticks Tommy back to the right-hand side, and he will try and look after Son. I think he is more than capable of looking after Heung-min Son. There's hope for large parts of the game. I'm sure Son will get chances and be involved, but we have to shut him down. The other side, they could get a job through Kulusevski, and that brings the centre backs into play. No Ben White, we've got to rely on Rob Holding. Let's just hope he puts in a West Ham performance, He's looked a bit more, he's looked a lot more solid. I've got to give him credit where credit's due. But we conceded our first goal from a set piece, from a corner. That's gone against Leeds. That was disappointing, but that would have been a miracle to go on the whole season. That would have been the Invincibles of not conceding a goal from a corner. Nah, I'm glad that one's out of the bag anyway. You don't want that one going in the North London derby either. Predictions. It's so tough to call. I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Fuck it. I think we're doing just nothing in Ketia. I just got a feeling, man. I think we'll catch him on the counter and no nights on him. Yeah, I could get clipped up. I haven't got enough subscribers to get clipped up, have I? But I think we're going to do it. And Champions League football will be announced to the world about 9:30, 20 to 10 on Thursday, the 12th of May, for Arsenal FC. Come on, you Gunners. And look, even if the worst happens, we've still got Newcastle and Everton to play. We take maximum points from them games, which will be very difficult. We still get Champions League. And that's providing Tottenham beat Burnley, which ain't a foregone conclusion. Because I'm telling you now, they are fighting for their lives, just like we got to play Everton on the last day. This one could go down to the last day. It seriously could. And we all know Tottenham got on the last day, Norwich. So it's just award Tottenham 3 points now for that one. Burnley's their banana skin if we fail to win. And Newcastle away is going to be very difficult, but I just think we'll have too much for Newcastle. But We'll see. With the team that are in Champions League form, with a team who recovers like a Champions League side does, we've been the most consistent throughout the season, like a Champions League, like a top 4 club has been. Maybe if Conte had come in at the start of the season, they would have 4th, but maybe if we had lost 3 games in a row and 3 at the start, we'd have 3rd sewn up, let alone 4th. Maybe if we'd have played Eddie and Nketiah instead of Lacazette when we sold it, or got rid of Oba and to Barca in January, we'd have 3rd sewn up, and Chelsea would be scrapping for 4th with Tottenham. Ifs and buts. Forget about all that. It's all about what happens now. Biggest North London derby I can remember in God knows how long, since Lasagna Gate maybe. It's massive. What I've got to say is, come on, you Arsenal. And yeah, when I look at the benches, if things are going wrong for Arsenal, we've got options. Pepe didn't look great when he come on against Leeds, but we got Emil Smith-Rowe, who can always nick a goal. That's about it, really. Offensively, they've got Davison, Sanchez, Bergwijn. Not great players, but players who can still cause damage. Bergwijn can always get you a goal, can't he? But anyway, I just think the pressure's going to get to Tottenham, and they're gonna Spurs it up. Or not so much Spurs it up, or it'd be elite manager Conte versus fucking nobody Arteta. Schooling them. It could go disastrously wrong, but I don't think so. And that's not that speaking, all that. That's my gut telling me that as well. Arsenal, all the way. Love ya. Oh yeah. Liverpool. They've blown the Premier League. Can't see Man City dropping 1 point, mate. So, but I'm sure Klopp will be pissed. He's pissed. He's always got next season, I think. But there is news today that Manchester City have agreed terms with Erling Haaland. Haaland will be at City for next season. They're getting it done early. That's the way to do business, mate. Get it done early. And there's also reports that Arsenal want Raheem Sterling as well. So we've got Jesus and Sterling. Oh man, I would love both. Both of them would be to add to our squad. It's good having Man City connections, see? Anyway, catch you later.